Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are tuning in or who have come across this video for the very first time, I am Shirol Matthias. I am an evolutionary mindset specialist and I am also the founder of JB in Balance. And you have not stumbled here by accident. There has been a reason for why you probably came across my video. For today, we are going to be talking about the top 5 signs on how to identify if we have leaks and tears in our auric field. Well, from all the different things that I have gone through in life, and whenever I was talking or researching about energy, we have now come across a science or a technology that was able to capture our energetic field. And it is something called as the clerion camera. Now, when we use the clerion camera and we take a photograph by standing in front of it, and it captures our energetic body around us. This has basically validated whatever was there in terms of spirituality of our energetic body and our energetic field that is around us, which usually in the past only clairvoyant people were able to see. Why is it important to understand our energy body and to basically make sure that it's operating at 100% all the time? Well, when we are sick, when we have an ailment, or whenever we are injured, we are not operating at our 100% capacity, and that affects our way of life. It affects our lifestyle. So the same way, our energetic body, if it is not complete and if it is not operating at its whole 100% capacity, it also affects us. However, the effect of a weak energy body is more unknown to a lot of people. So what I have tried and done is to give you the top 5 signs that we can use in our physical reality that will help us identify when we have a weak energy body and when we need to go in for a healing session, or whenever we have to heal on it or work on it ourselves, in case if you know how to heal it yourself. Because even our energy body needs to be revitalized, charged up, and also closed and protected in terms of from external emotional or energetic attacks from others. Now, I know energetic attack sounds really drastic, but it's not. It can be from a simple thought of jealousy or envy, or from thoughts of judgment that kind of come or which are directed at us, and that affects us. And over time, we kind of hold on to that hurt and we hold on to that energy. And as we keep holding on to it, that basically forms a weak link in our energy body, and over time it can cause leaks and tears within our energy field. And when that happens, we are not our 100%, we are not our whole self. So in order to understand when we do need healing, we also have to identify the signs of when our auric field has tears in them. So the first sign is if you anytime feel very overwhelmed when you are in people's presence after a very short time. So say we are going out for a party, and in the next half an hour to 1 hour, that's the maximum you could handle. And after that, you just want to go home because you're feeling uneasy, you're feeling uncomfortable, and you just want to be in your safe space back home. So when that happens, it does not mean that you are a person who can't handle other people's energy. It just means that your auric field has got a leak or a tear in it, and that's the reason why you are absorbing much more of other people's vibrational frequencies, and that is something that you are not used to, because in your own house you are surrounded by your own energy most of the time. So this is also a very important way of identifying if we have leaks and tears, and also it gives us a signal as to when we need to do an auric cleansing or an auric healing in order to come back to our wholeness. So the second sign is if you constantly are feeling low, regardless of how healthy you eat and regardless of how much you sleep, or how much rest you have. So if you're constantly eating healthy and you sleep 8 hours a day or probably even more, and you still feel that when you wake up, you are tired, you are drained, you still need that extra, bit of sleep, then that means there is a leak or a tear in your auric field and it needs healing. It needs to become whole again. So it needs to be cleansed. So because usually when we operate at our 100% capacity, we feel always energized, we feel motivated, we feel like we want to do things. But if we don't feel anything other than that after having a healthy lifestyle and having enough of rest, that's what it is. Now, the third sign to identify a weak auric field is, do you have regular aches and pains in your joints or on your neck? And if you don't have any apparent reason for those aches and pains to be there. So what it means is that if you've gone out for an exercise and you've gone out for a run, now obviously if you're running after a long time, or if you're running on a regular basis, you will tend to have aches and pains after doing physical activity. But say if we are sitting at home and we haven't really done much of physical activity, and we still have aches and pains in our joints, and we still have that feeling of tightness, or we still feel a lot of physical pain, or we just have general aches, then it also is a sign of a weak auric field. Because what happens is, usually whenever there's a leak or a tear, the tears and the leaks mostly get magnetized, or basically pulled into where our joints are, because that is our physical body and it's in constant movement. So normally whenever we are in movement, the joints are the ones that are first affected whenever there is a leak or a tear in our auric field. So when we do feel that, it is nice to be aware that maybe all you need is an auric cleansing and an auric healing session. Now, the fourth sign of having a weak auric field is, do you regularly pick up illnesses or disorders from others? So what this means is that, say you're at work, or you're amongst your group of friends, and you basically come to know that one of your friends or one of your colleagues at work happen to have a cold. And even if there has to be no reason, the minute you hear it, it's absorbed into your energetic field by you having a thought saying, oh, now they got the cold, now very soon I will also get the cold, because I keep getting colds whenever other people get a cold. So what happens there is, your auric field already has a leak and a tear, and that is the reason why we are able to, our energy body absorbs illnesses from other people very fast. So if you seem to be catching sicknesses and illnesses or disorders from other people, have an aura check. Most probably it is because there are some leaks and tears and it needs to be healed. And last but not least, the fifth sign that will help you identify this is also, do you constantly feel demotivated and low all the time? So even if you're working on your passion project, even if you're working on your purpose, even if you're working on something that is highly motivating, you yourself on the inner side, you're constantly feeling demotivated and you feel low, and you just feel that lack, or you feel lethargic, and you start procrastinating and saying, oh, you know what, let's not do this today, let's do it tomorrow. Let's start the day anew. And then when tomorrow comes again, you postpone it for another day. Why? Because of some excuse that you wanted to bring up. So whenever you find yourself giving yourself those excuses of, let's do tomorrow, or I'm not just motivated enough to do it today, so that is another sign of having a leak or a tear, because your energy has been draining from your energetic body elsewhere, to other people, to other things, and you are not able to keep up with it. So if you feel that these signs resonated with you and you seem to be having them quite often in your reality, well, do not fret. There is a way to heal it. And that's exactly what I'm here for. I teach you how to heal your auric field. I teach people how to do that. And the best way to do that is by doing the energy body course level 1. So if you want to know more about it, or if you wish to know more on how to heal your auric field, or you want to learn more about your energy body and what it does and what it is capable of doing, and help you to identify and even see your energy field as well, then I will put the links down below and information on the course as well in the description. If you choose, or if it resonates with you, definitely click on the link and register, and then we can see how we can take it forward. So yeah, these are my top 5 signs of identifying if there is a leak or a tear in your auric field, and how to identify it, because identification is key. We can only change or shift what we are aware of, right? So if this is now come into our awareness, that is the next step of how do we shift it. So if you wish to know more, like I said, the links will be in the description below. If you feel that you wish to share it with your friends and family, please do share this video with them, and I will see you in the next one.